If you're someone who's thinking to yourself, what altcoins can I possibly buy right now, and how much of these altcoins do I have to buy to make any sort of substantial return in 2025? I get the question so many times down below, and for good reason, I think, as well. A lot of people want to know, hey, we're early, what do I buy right now to make a significant gain or result in the upcoming bull run, which might be our very last to have these exponential-ish returns? And so I guess my answer to everyone down below is, well, practice what I preach, and that means showing you behind the curtains and giving you my portfolio in today's video. Now, the reason why I've titled this, biggest and essentially safest returns or projects is because I strongly do believe these are some of the safest projects to buy out there that can yield us some of the largest returns. It's plain and simple, right? So I've talked about A project, B project, C project all the time, but what ones am I actually buying based on what I talk about? Now, I want to say for the record, I'm by no means a multi-millionaire yet. I'm by no means an extremely wealthy person. I may be doing this full time, aka YouTube, but I'm trying to put all my money back in the business. So what I'm trying to say is I don't have much to dollar cost average with. So you'll notice I actually made this video 3 months ago, and the progress between now and then hasn't been crazy, but interestingly enough, you're going to see what projects I actually have been buying. Okay, so let me now take your attention over to my complete portfolio. So yes, it has changed. If you watched my video 3 months ago on this, it has changed slightly as well. I've moved some things around, and again, we should always be flexible as an investor, okay? But before we go into this, let me take you over to the key chart over here. So green means I'm not buying that altcoin right now. Blue means I'm dollar cost averaging, or at least, ready to dollar cost average if I can. And red means I'm not buying at all. I'm going to sell actually, which none of these projects are, but there are a couple that might be borderline that, okay? Now the values represent the quantity of token I have in each project in dollars. So that's the scale up on the y-axis there. This portfolio has taken me 2.5 years to accumulate, so quite a while. This doesn't include smaller positions in altcoins that I have scattered across multiple wallets, which I no longer wish to buy. If you've been in crypto for any period of time, chances are you have little small amounts of altcoins in every single which wallet you might possibly have. So I have plenty of those, but I'm capping this at no less than $500 invested. And I always try to buy in whole numbers, just like stocks, for example, and bulk even values, okay? Because it does make predicting price easier. If you were trying to figure out XLM went up to 17 cents, if you had 81,254 point it's hard to figure out exactly how much you own versus a flat 81,000, which is why, and it's very easy to do, just buy and hold bulk numbers, okay? So again, here she is. I only have 4 projects in green, so these are the ones I'm kind of like not really bothering about dollar cost averaging. And the reason why most are blue is just simply because prices are extremely good right now. I am actively looking to buy all these projects. I just need to wait for specific levels, which I've outlined over here for you guys. So we can follow along. I'll try to keep this nice and quick so we're not here explaining every project in a massive dialogue the whole time. You guys have seen my videos firsthand. You know what I like about them. So the first one, interestingly enough, is XLM. It's overthrown HBAR as number 1. Now, why? Well, not because I'm buying more of it. Okay, I've definitely put more into HBAR, but because right now it's extremely, well, I wouldn't say expensive, but it's definitely appreciated in price since we last spoke. Only just beating HBAR. Right now, the value of this holding in XLM is $10,500. I have about 87,000 tokens. And again, right now, it's a little bit on the high side, and I averaged in at about 8.1 cents. Okay, so yeah, you could say more or less, a little bit less than 2x up. I guess you could say. Well, it's very easy math, 7 into 10. Okay, so you guys get the idea. Nevertheless, shortly behind XLM is of course HBAR. Now the reason why I've gone XLM and HBAR, at least so heavy, and I've loved both of these projects, is because XLM is kind of like a layer 1 network, but mainly it does payments. Okay, it's like the sort of peer-to-peer version of XRP, right? More so like person to person rather than like business to business or bank to bank. And so that's why I like it. But HBAR obviously focuses on a very, very unique aspect of the layer 1 atmosphere, right? So it's not a blockchain, it's not a DAG, it's its own hash graph unique, and therefore it has a lot of unique abilities that benefit a lot of awesome, and I guess you could say markets that benefit from a lot of transactions, IoT and supply chain. You guys on the deal here. So yes, I have invested about, well, what is it now? About $11,800, and the market value right now is $10,500. So I've actually lost some money on this right now, but nevertheless, I have about 210,000 tokens. I bought about 20,000 in a month or so ago. I think I made a video when I made that purchase, and my average buy-in price right now is about 5.3 cents. Okay, so again, slightly underwater, just by a little bit here. And I'm going to be buying HBAR at no more than 4.5 cents. So anything underneath this level, and I'm going to be buying, at least within respects to how much I make. But I didn't touch on XLM. XLM is more or less the same. It needs to hit, in my opinion, 8 cents or less for me to continue buying. Otherwise, I'm like a robot. And that's the one thing a lot of people get wrong is they get panicky. Oh, it's gone up in price. Do I buy? Do I buy? No, you're a robot. Find these levels that I'm showing you right now. Find your own levels where it's acceptable for you to begin dollar cost averaging based on your predicted price, and then just be a robot. If it doesn't hit that level, it's simple. Don't buy it. It's very, very plain and simple, right? We let our emotions come into these plays, and that's where we all get wrong, okay? So we go into this la-la land where we think, oh my God, we freak out, okay? Anyway, off on the tangent, back into QNT, number 3 holding, okay? I am continuing to buy QNT at about $95, which is almost where we're at right now. My average is just over $100, okay? So I recently bought some more QNT. I bought about 11 more, so I had about, I think, 81 since we last spoke. And so I've invested about $9,200 in this. Right now, we're just underwater, okay? By, insignificant amount. So that's my number 3 holding. Now, in my opinion, my top 5 holdings, so we'll talk about the next 2 projects in just a second. My top 5 are like the projects that I'm actively always looking at the dollar cost average into, period, okay? The rest are the projects I love, and don't get me wrong, if I had unlimited money, I'd pretty much put almost equal money into all of these projects, bar a couple, okay? But I want to really emphasize the point that the top 5 are the ones that I really do believe in for like the long term. So that's like more so my safety investments. So number 4 rather here, you have Near Protocol, right? So Near Protocol, I'm buying specifically looking at under $1. So right now about $1.10, I think. So we're very close, and that might be a little bit of an ambitious target. But if it goes under $1, that is when I hit the trigger, okay? I think I have a sizable enough right now to be comfortable with how much I have for the bull run, okay? So average is about $1.50. I've invested about $8,500 or so, and right now I'm underwater, okay? So the value on the market is about $6,500, so I have about 5,800 tokens. And number 5 over here, we have XDC. Now, those who remember, XDC was way back at like number 13 spot since we last spoke. So I've been doing more videos on XDC. Doesn't mean I'm shilling for it. People think I'm freaking shilling out there. My small channel, right? I'm buying it because I believe in it, and I believe in what I talk about, okay? So I bought more XDC, about $3,000 worth. Actually, I bought XDC, I'm not going to lie to you guys, at a pretty fluky time. Right before it launched up, I must admit, a fluke is a fluke. And so, again, I'm probably looking to buy at around the same level, again, that I initially purchased, which is about 3 cent mark, okay? So, yes, I'm quite up right now. It's about double, okay, in terms of market value, about 118,000 tokens. So, before I had about 25,000, so obviously significantly added to that position. Now, number, I think, 6 here, we have Polkadot, okay? Polkadot, been holding on these tokens for quite a while now. I'm buying more under $4. I think $4 and under is a very reasonable place to reach. And right now, I think it's about $4.50-ish. Now, I actually am underwater because my average buy-in is about $6.50-ish. I put in about $6,000 right now. We're just over halfway down from that spot. Okay. So again, I'm really underwater with some of these projects, but hey, I know they will go up. And right now, I think prices for most of these projects are at all-time lows. So yeah, it's like pretty reasonable to be underwater. Again, if it's paper, it's fine. If it's real, it's bad. All right. Algorand. So Algorand's green. I'm not buying any more Algo just because I believe the sentiment moving into 2025, people are still scared. I love Algo. Algo will be one of my highest positions in this portfolio, but I stopped dollar cost averaging even a few months ago when I made this original video because if the sentiment behind it is negative or scary, then it is not going to move in price. 2025 is a highly speculation-based market, or will be, and I don't want, if people think it's going to go down, for it to actually not move, because that's what will happen. Just take a look at XRP and XLM in the previous market, because the lawsuit with XRP. So again, if people think it's not going to go up, it won't go up. It's this hive mentality. So I've kind of put a pause on poor old Algorand. 36,000 tokens I've held so far. I've put about 6.5K into it, and yeah, again, we're about halfway down on that, which is a little bit disappointing because, well, it's one of my favorite projects, right? But I will actually begin buying this project, I'm not going to lie to you guys, at a very close level, about 1 cent down from where we are now. So we're at about, I think, 9.5 cents-ish, right? Or 9.5 cents. And I believe when it goes down about 1 cent, I'll probably begin buying, because that honestly is a fantastic time to buy, right? Right now we are at all-time lows, but again, I just need that little bit more booster, confidence booster in my personal position to make that trade, right? I think, what about now, like number 6 or 7? Flux, okay? Flux, I'll begin buying here at 30 cents and under, which again, we aren't too far off right now. I actually didn't think it would actually get to this price. anytime soon, because while Flux is a fantastic project with a very, very low supply, essentially my average is about 40 cents, about $3,600 I have invested, and right now we're just underwater at 2,700, and again I hold about 8,000 tokens. I think you guys get the idea of how this is formatted by now, right? So over here we have Mina protocol. I actually am looking to probably buy Mina right now. As we can see, buying right now under 40 cents, which it is. It's like 38 cents right now. So it's a fantastic time to buy. I just kind of lack the capital, right? Again, I'm reinvesting back into YouTube. So for me, it's like, when do I take the risk to put some good chunk of money into crypto, okay? So right now, about 6,000 tokens. A majority of those tokens, I think about 2,000 or so, were from the ICO at 25 cents a pop. So we actually are very, very close to that price right now. So Casper, all right, Casper's one that I will continue to buy. I'm at least looking at dollar cost average into, but anything under 3 cents. Now, I'll admit this isn't my number one position I'm looking to get into right now. I think I'd probably rather take a deeper position in Multiverse X, Chainlink, Glimmer, and so on before I even touch Casper, but I do like the project. That's why it is blue. I want to continue to buy it, just to have precedence over the other ones first, right? Now, Multiverse X, again, it's one I'm looking to buy more of right now. I think is a good time of DCA, okay, or under the $20 mark. I think we're about $24 right now, so we are close to that magic number, but I think DCAing is a perfect time, okay? I think the price is going to go pretty exponential in 2025, okay? So my average buy-in is about $55. So yes, as you can imagine, I am quite underwater with that one so far. Moving on over to the Link. Yeah, I talk about Link quite a lot. I love the project and I want to have a deeper position in it, and I definitely will. But I think I would like to see, under $5 over here, but ideally $4.50 would be like a really good number for me to go all in on. Again, I'm kind of hindered by how much I'm actually earning, just plain and simple, right? And I think you got to kind of live within your means. You might have 10, 20K, like I've got about 20K sitting in cold hard cash, but that is strictly for a Black Swan event. I'm not going to be tempted because these prices are low. I am waiting for a moment that I can capitalize, because I'll make 100x more money on a Black Swan event with 20K cash than I will buying these projects at, $20, 3 cents, so on and so forth, okay? So it's very important to have that ready. And it also is good to have a rainy day account as well. So moving on here, Glimmer. Glimmer's at all-time low right now. So yes, now is a good time to buy. Anything under 20 cents is great, as I mentioned, but I am, of course, underwater over here. Now, honestly, I was tempted to slap like 2 or 3K onto Glimmer when I was going to invest some money into the other projects over here. But the reason why I didn't was just because I think I have more conviction in them as personally than I do with Glimmer. But let me tell you right now, I have no doubt in my mind Glimmer will go beyond $10 to $12, possibly in the bull run, okay? So yeah, I think we'll definitely make some good returns on this one. No, anything, again, not financial advice, anything over a 10x is most definitely reasonable with that project. Now, I'm not buying any more Atom, ICP, and XRP, but I will buy more ICP if we go under $3, okay? So I'm just kind of holding off on them. And why? Well, because I have about 15 projects here, guys. Now, how many projects do I preach you guys should honestly have? No more than 10 to 12, and a 12 is a stretch, ideally 10. If you have 5 or 6, that's fantastic. Why? Because if you can't spend 5 to 10 minutes every day researching these projects every morning and probably before bed, then you have too many projects in your portfolio. If you were a long-term investor, if you were Warren Buffett and you had a team behind you, or again, long-term investing, and you could wait 10, 15, 20, 30 years for the market to go up, well, that's a different story because you're not worrying about the day-to-day. We are in crypto. We are in a market that's highly volatile. One day it's up 20%, the next it's down 60%. So you have to be very on the ball, and that is why I'm saying, these projects can be hit or miss any day of the week, and you might research 14 out of your 15, but the one you miss might be the one that goes up or down significantly in price. You find the next day and you're stressing, right? It's a very, very dangerous market because it's 24 hours. So keep it low, but that's my essential breakdown. Again, I'm trying to keep this video nice and short for you all on some of those projects. Now, I do love them all. That's why they're in my portfolio. But I mentioned earlier in the video that I was looking to get rid of 1 or 2. I think XRP and Atom might be some of those projects I get rid of. Now, I love Atom, and I've made multiple videos on Atom, and I had a strategy for Atom, DCA strategy. But I think, again, coming from the perspective of managing my portfolio and making it smaller, I definitely think XRP can go, and Atom might be one to go. We'll see how it all goes. But that's just me being transparent, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, the transparency, and also the fact that, hey, I'm in the same position as a lot of you guys, okay? So we have to take this step by step by step, and ultimately it will definitely pay off. As I said, we're essentially at 2019 prices right now compared to what it was in 2021. Guys, thanks so much. Talk to you all soon. Take care. Bye.